your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Baseball returned to Grand Bahama with some fierce competition, where the best of the best young prospects took to the field. They played exhibition games and took part in a number of individual skill training while pro scouts watched. In this report, Jay Philippe tells us that the showcase proved to be beneficial for both the players and coaches.
The New Balance Future Star Baseball Series, where baseball returned to Grand Bahama after a 10-month absence. One of the event coordinators, president of I-Elite Sports Academy in New Providence, Jerron Sands, tells us that the event will create a number of opportunities for the players.
Freeport for me is like a home. Many kids come into the program, the Nassau from Freeport, so it's like an extension of family down there for me. So I just want to do my best to help any kid from any part of the Bahamas, get as far as they can get through the sport of baseball. So yeah, man, it's a pleasure to be here and just to help as many and to see the guys out and be able to get guys down here during this COVID time. And we had a lot of little bumps along the road with visas and tests and so many things that could have went wrong. But by the grace of God, we were still able to pull this event off.
Taking advantage of the opportunity was right-hand pitcher Anthony A.J. McKenzie and Kristen Monroe, who flew in from New Providence for the showcase.
We've been working really hard to get here, and we just came out here to showcase for some scouts, and yeah, it's been really fun so far. We already played, and we did pretty well. I want to become a professional baseball player, and that's my main goal. So I make sure I get my body right, make sure I have a nice representation of myself in order to carry my career further.
I hope to get something good of it. The experience been really fun. The competition is really good. It's like a very fun event, and just love playing baseball. Everyone here have to see him passion for baseball.
Speedy outfielder Toby Simmons was another standout athlete that was able to display his talents with Major League scouts in attendance.
It's a good experience. We're used to it, so we're we work for. Come do what we got to do. We practice every day, make sure we get our body right and put in enough work so we can be ready for times like this.
Coach Sands has had a number of Grand Bahamian athletes who train with him at I-Elite International Sports Academy and says the overall goal is to give the athletes exposure.
Our kids come from Grand Bahama. We come there all the time, and we host tournaments, we host games. Before COVID, and we try to find the best guys. And even if you aren't the best guy, we try to find you a school or try to fit you where you can play baseball. To at least get to help your mother, your father, and your parents. Cut that cost for college and university. That's the main thing for me, is just to try to educate as many kids as possible through the sport of baseball.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Grand Bahama Port Authority was instrumental in bringing the New Balance Future Stars Baseball Series to Grand Bahama. The GBPA recently launched its REEF program, which is the revitalization and expansion of the economy of Freeport. Director of Group Corporate Affairs and Government Relations, Filter Grant, says bringing athletes and pro scouts to Grand Bahama is a start to the revitalizing of Grand Bahama.
One of the things that came out of that in particular was that we need to move away from just focusing on traditional tourism and find a brand identity niche market for GB. Our location, the talent that we have on this island makes us a prime spot for sports tourism. We had a conversation with Jerron from I-Elite Sports out of Nassau, and we were talking about the tournament, which is one of the biggest tournaments in the States, and that they had got the shot. The tournament was shut down because of COVID restrictions. It was supposed to happen in March. He put us in touch with Mr. Booth, and we said, take a look at Grand Bahama. Logistically, as far as space, talent, it makes sense for us to look at this. So it was not without its extreme challenges because of restrictions, not just those with our country, but other countries, crossing borders, tests, you can imagine. There were so many challenges to have this tournament done.
Grant also adds that more projects are being discussed to showcase Grand Bahama as a destination for major events.
These boys on the field behind me would not have gotten the opportunity to be seen that they're being seen today if it wasn't for this tournament. And if nothing else came out of this, that would be good enough for us. But of course, it's the economic spin-off. Hotels, rental cars, food places. This is important to Grand Bahama. We would like a long partnership with this particular tournament, and we want other tournaments to see that we're a viable location.
And stay with us, our Facebook friend of the day, still to come.
And mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again.